I was born, like most people, in a hospital, number 6 of 7 children. I never liked going to things like nursery or school. At first I'd panic and cry, hold on to my mum and make her drag me into the building and hand me over to somebody in charge. When I was about 7, we moved to a new house. It was cold and run down. On the moving day it snowed. The house had no heating, and I remember spending the first night in my front room with my family, a source of heat and a portion of fish and chips. At the new school I didn't get along so well with everybody. I was quiet and reserved and they were mean. I remember one time I was sitting in class daydreaming, and when I came back to the room realised I was staring at this girl who was giving me the bird. It wasn't many years later until we packed up and moved back to the other side of town. We ended back at my first school, and though I saw old friends around, I was too shy to go up to them and talk. I tried making new friends, but I was so quiet that they all went against me in the end. There was even this girl in my class who teased me for having rosy cheeks. And like a lot of other people, I didn't get a choice in secondary school. My 2 older sisters already went somewhere, and I had to go there too. I remember the first few days of school, my family and I were away on holiday, and so when I arrived, people were eager to get to know the new girl, despite the fact that we were all new. In the end, I didn't make or keep a lot of friends. People would say one thing to your face and another behind your back. I did have 2 close friends, let's call them M and E. They were the worst. Every time we had a fight, they'd make it my fault, so I'd cry and take the fall. It wasn't until I left that school before my GCSE started that I realised I didn't exactly need friends to be happy. People and I didn't get on, and I spent a lot of my spare time either playing computer games with my younger brother or fighting him for the computer. My new school uniform was a blue shirt, blue kilt, and a blazer. Girls weren't allowed to wear trousers. Oh, and we had to wear a tie. I remember a few people were nice to me. Nobody really knew me enough to bully me. I didn't let them close. I remember a group of people who bullied me to get a reaction, and only one of them once reduced me to tears and to taking the next day off. I remember every school morning I would have mild panic attacks. My family just thought I was trying to make myself sick to get out of going. A few times I was sick and I still had to go. When I got to 16 at the end of my GCSE years, I didn't stay at school. It wasn't for me, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I decided to go to college and take an animal care course. At that time I knew I'd always loved animals more than people, and I wanted to spend the rest of my life working in dog kennels. After a year of that, I decided it wasn't for me and I left. I spent the whole summer not knowing what to do next, and it wasn't until September when my mum came into my room and I made the choice to go to college and do my A-levels. I spent 3 years there working out what I wanted to do and ended up loving media in both English language and literature. By the end of it, I still didn't think I knew myself well enough, so I took a year out trying to figure out what to do. I spent most of my time sitting on the sofa until I realised I needed to get up and do something else. I applied to university and I started exercising. I got 3 universities accepting me, 2 for graphic design and 1 for media production and creative writing. I never heard back from the 4th. After weighing out my options, I decided to go with creative writing and media production.